Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Central Maryland. So I'm back again. I am back today with a fun fold card. I'm trying to go live every week. I shoot for Wednesdays. It's been a busy week, so here we are, Friday afternoon, and I'm excited to share my fun fold with you. It's a masculine card, and I hear all the time that people are looking for masculine cards. So this is kind of a 2-for-1, fun fold and masculine cards. I'm going to turn the camera around. If you get ill from that, look away, because the camera's moving now. And it moves, and you see my ceiling, my big head, and then we're going to get you down to my workspace. So let me see. And hopefully I've got my camera drift issues fixed. All right, I think we're good to go. And I see that Trudy has joined us. Hi, Trudy. Thanks for stopping by. Where did I put my mouse? Everything is this little stamping area of mine. It is tight, and hopefully one day I will have my big stamp, well, my stamp room where I want it. If ever my home improvement project ever gets done. So Legendary Ride, it's in the annual catalog. It comes separate. You can buy pieces separately. They're no longer bundled, but it's great. So Legendary Ride has a couple motorcycle images. It's got some great sentiments, and then it has a few extra images. We have this little dirt one we're going to be using today. I think one time I've used this wrench. I don't think I've ever used the flame. I have used every single sentiment, and on this card we're going to use your legendary, this small motorcycle, and this little clump of dirt with the grass, and the dies. So we're going to build a motorcycle today with practically all the dies in here. We're going to, I've done this previously, so you don't have to watch me die cut. We're going to do the backing of the motorcycle. We're going to do the kind of the body. We have wheels. There's a seat, wheel covers, spokes, and this kind of like engine. You can't really see it because it's behind, but can you see it has details? So it kind of looks like the body of the motor, the engine, that type of thing. So yeah, so let me show you the card, because it is a fun fold. And set this aside, and here is the card. So it's a Z fold, so when you pull it out, it kind of looks like a Z. And it lays flat. Mail it like this. It fits in a regular size envelope. It looks like my camera is drifting. Okay, I'm moving the camera. Just hang on for a moment. Let's see. There we go. And I'll keep an eye on, see if it's drifting anymore. So this is where we're going to build our motorcycle. So we have a little bit of stamping. We're going to do that little clumps of dirt. You are legendary. And then we're going to add some more of those clumps of dirt on this little piece of white cardstock. And then on the back, so you have a place to write a note or greeting, we have this piece of white, basic white, and we've put that smaller motorcycle there. And we made this card in my stamp club, which is a monthly club I hold. And I think this was back in June. So I provide all the pieces, and I've die cut everything. If you're following this Facebook Live, I'm going to post all the details at my blog, stampinghair.blogspot.com. I will also upload the video to YouTube. So if you're watching a replay on my Facebook page or on YouTube, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'd love to share the joy of stamping. Now I have two pieces of DSP, and this is from the Winter Meadow. And so the one side you can see has some frosty trees, it looks like, but we're going to use this side that has granite gray. So I've cut those pieces, and again I'll put all the measurements on my blog. I have a piece of white cardstock, and this is the one we're going to put those little clumps on. we have our second Z fold. So this is a double Z fold because you have the base of the card that folds in a Z, and you have this gray granite that folds in the Z. So I've already scored it. We're ready to go. This piece goes behind this piece of black. This is going to be the front of our card. This is the piece that goes on the back. I'm going to put a motorcycle on that. Then I have die cut all the motorcycle pieces. So here's our base, and I've done the wheels. Now when I cut these, I cut them die cut with adhesive sheets on the back side, so I don't have to use glue. We'll just peel this backing paper away and have adhesive already on there. So the wheels will go on, the motorcycle body will go on. Let's see if I can get this there. Then we will put the wheel on top of the gray. So we'll put this body. Some of these pieces are going to come out, and this will go there. And then we have a seat and some fenders, and put those on top of the tires. So that's the plan. So let's do some stamping first. So I'll put all these other pieces away, and I'm stamping with Pebbled Path. You know, actually, I think this is not gray granite. This is Pebbled Path because they coordinate. So I was mistaken on that. We're using Pebbled Path, basic black, basic white, and Pebbled Path cardstock. We have the Winter Meadow DSP. So we're going to stamp on our back, the little piece in the front, in the middle of the card, and this white piece. All right, with Pebbled Path. All right, we're going to, let's start with our small motorcycle image. So there it goes. We'll ink that up and put this motorcycle down here on the bottom. So this is kind of a monochromatic card because we're just using the same color ink with this Pebbled Path paper, and this is the front of the card, and so I'm just going to be stamping on the bottom, and we're going to do "You Are Legendary." Just ink that up a little bit, and then just center that towards the bottom. That looks about good. Oh, I got a little smudge there. You know what? I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to be more careful this time. I'm not going to push so hard. I'm just going to tap it gently and put this down. And I'm not going to push too hard. I'm just going to let the ink transfer. Much, much better, right? That's why I love having two sides of my paper. Now, let me get a piece of, I like to keep my work space pristine when I'm on camera. So much when I'm stamping just by my lonesome. And let's put, so I'm going to use a scrap paper because I know it's going to go off the paper. And so, and then let's do the other side. Up a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to do this little piece, which is on the inside. So just a little bit of decoration up here. So let me make this one look like I did this one, did the sample. So we'll do a, make sure you can see me what I'm doing when I'm stamping. So I'm following this one, seems to be one down here. And then up here we have just a little bit going off the page. And I think that adds a little bit of interest when your image trails off the page, so they don't have to be all within the white confines of the cardstock. Okay, so everything is stamped. And now we can get to building our motorcycle. And this might take a minute, so bear with me, bear with me. So let's put these pieces up there, these pieces up there, and let's get going on this. So there's lots of pieces, and we're going to do our pebble path first. So this is the seat here. Can you see all the details? Don't you love when you can emboss? You die cut and emboss all at once. I like that because I like the easy button. I feel like that's the easy button. So a little bit of glue, and let me get a piece of paper so you can really see this. It's hard to see on white on white. So let me try this. And this piece goes right up against the edge, like so. And then for our wheels, or that's actually the spokes because the wheels are not going to be showing, we have this adhesive sheet on the back. So we should be able to lift this off, and I'm hoping that most of the pieces will come out. Most of them did. We have a few left, so what I'm going to do is get my take your pick tool, and I'm going to poke those away. There we go. Get rid of those. A little stubborn piece there. It's got adhesive on it and it has stuck to itself. Let's get that one. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost there. Here we go. Oh, one more. Hold the horses. Hold your horses. Here it comes. Alright. Now I'm stuck to my finger. Let's just get rid of those. So I don't know if you can see the adhesive. I'm going to put these right on the bottom, like so. And the same for this one. Hopefully this one will be a little bit easier. Okay, most of those pieces came out. One little stubborn one. Get rid of that. So this is a project. It's a little bit gray and rainy here today. So building a motorcycle is a nice thing to do on a day like this. Okay, and now we're going to put our wheels on, or tires, I guess, because our tires are black. We got our wheels on. I'm using my fingernail, but you could also use the take your pick for this. And build the tire. So, and that's where this adhesive backing comes out so nicely. So you do want to put it on the back of your cardstock before you die cut your cardstock. So it goes on the back. That way when you die cut it, you can stick it right on top of your project. So, okay, and now we're going to add the body of our motorcycle, and the same thing, this one has adhesive, that backing, so we have to pull that up, and some of these pieces are going to fall out, and hoping that like that. That's what I was hoping. So all the adhesive is exposed. And this one, at this part, see these round little spokes where the tire I don't know, is that not a chassis, some kind of joint where it attaches the body. So I want those right in the center of the wheels. This round piece here and this round piece here. So each of those are going to go in the center of the wheel, or close to the center. This one's a little bit off. Now this, if you notice, these handlebars, they're sticking up a little bit because I didn't have the adhesive there. So I'm going to take this scrap of white, I'm going to put a little bit of a dab of glue on it and run that behind those handlebars and the light so they can be glued down. There we go. So, and we can, this, the seat, I didn't put any, that's also, I didn't put any adhesive on the back, adhesive sheets on the back. I'm just going to use my liquid glue. But again, you can see, I hope, the detail. So it was die cut, and when we die cut it, it was embossed too. So it's like a 2-for-1. I like that. And let's get some glue on this. And that goes right up here. And that's the seat. And the last piece is we have these fenders. Now this one has a little bit of that adhesive on it, and I'm going to put just a little bit on the front here. Some liquid glue. And that goes right over this fender. And then here is our second fender. I'll remove that covering. Oops. And I'll put a little glue on this end. It's what I found, if you cover the whole thing with adhesive sheet, it's sometimes very difficult to get that off. So that's why I leave a little bit open, and I'll use glue on that part. There we go. And so now our motorcycle is done. Let's get all these little pieces off. And there's our motorcycle. So we are ready to start assembling. Now I am going to put some dimensionals behind this motorcycle to pop it up on my card base. So these dimensional, I'll put one on each wheel. It just, I love dimensionals. If you've been following me, watching my videos, I usually, every card I make has a dimensional on it somewhere. And I think that's enough for dimensionals. Okay, so we can start assembling now. This piece will layer, our black cardstock will layer on the white cardstock, and nobody will ever know that I had a boo-boo on this side because it'll be face down. And there's a saying in stamping that's why we have two sides of papers, because if you make a mistake, you always can turn it over and start afresh. And the other thing is, little splotches like that are opportunities for embellishment. So this, our motorcycle is going to go right about there. Let's hold off on that for a minute and do our card base. So here's our card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11. I don't quite remember. Oh, probably 2 3/4 and 5 1/2 is what the scorings are. And then this scored. So we're scored in half, and now we're going to fold back on that score line. And I like my bone folder to crisp it up, like so. And we can do our back of our card. So this was where we can write a personalized message to whoever we give this card. Now I could build this, I called this a masculine card, maybe just because of the color of the card or the motorcycles, but you might have a female motorcycle enthusiast in your life who would also enjoy this card, so it doesn't have to Doesn't have to be a masculine card if you don't want it to be. Now, this is our other Z fold, and let me see how wide this is. Measure it real quick. 2 inches, so this is 2 by 11. Again, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And this Z fold like this, and goes the other way. It's gonna lay on top, like so. So let's crisp up our fold lines again, score lines. And the long piece gets attached to the short piece on the front, and then the short piece gets attached that way. And we can put on our DSP. So this goes here, and then we have 2 of the same, one on one panel, one on the other panel. So let me use my liquid glue, my multi-purpose glue, and adhere that. So I hope if you're watching, you will like and subscribe if you're on my Facebook page, so you'll get notification next time I go live. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And my goal right now is to go live once a week and upload those videos to YouTube. So if you could just subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would have really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my subscribers, so you could be one who helps me do that. And I do have many cards planned in the coming weeks. So every week I'll be here live and then upload these lives to Facebook. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can be notified when my new videos come along. So we're going to lay this out. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm only going to put glue on this first panel, and I'm going to leave about 1/4 inch at the bottom. So let me do like this, so I can keep it within that, like so. And long piece gets adhered to the short piece on the left, the short panel, I guess I should say. Let's straighten this out. So I'm going to use my grid to help me out here. That looks about right. That's adhered. And then this piece, the whole piece on the right, is going to be adhered. Let's flatten this out. Use my grid to help me keep everything straight. Like so. And that makes our Z. And now we can put this piece up here. So it does have a little bit of a border, about maybe 1/4 inch all the way around. So when I go to adhere it, make sure I leave that little border. I got a little bit too much glue, so I'm going to take this little scrap here, move that glue around so it doesn't ooze out. And this goes right up close to that 5 1/2 inch score, but not, so I'm leaving a little border about 1/4 inch. Oops, it's going to slide around like so. And now let's close the card, and we're going to adhere this panel to the front. So when we do that, see this panel, we don't want this part, so we only want to adhere to this front panel and this pebble path part. So let me, on the bottom, put some glue there. On this left hand panel, put some glue there. So I think that's plenty of glue to hold it. And now I kind of want the same distance that's on here on the left to show here at the bottom and the top. So it looks about a 1/2 inch. Like so. Over. That looks about right. And you make sure the glue is not oozing out. Just give it a good press so that until the glue is activated and holding. So it's good. And now we can put our motorcycle right on the top that we built today. So I'll have to remove these coverings from my dimensionals. Now if you stick around, I am going to give you a real quick catalog tour where all products that I used today are in the Stampin' Up's annual catalog, so you can recreate this card if you would like. And I think that's where our motorcycle is going to go, right? Like so. There, we built the motorcycle, and now we have a card. All right, let me get my catalog, my annual catalog. So here we are, the annual catalog from Stampin' Up. It goes from 2024 to 2025. On page 78 here at the top, this is the Legendary Ride stamp set we used, and then this is the coordinating die set. So you can purchase them individually. You can stamp the big motorcycle if you don't want to build it like we did today. That's perfectly fine. And then on page 101 over here, it lists the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. It doesn't show the pattern we used, but you can see some of the patterns down here. This paper, because it's in the annual catalog, is on sale until tomorrow. You can save 15% if you purchase it. That is page 101. And then on page 116 and 117, we have adhesives. So here's the multi-purpose glue that I used, the Tombow. And then if you look down here on page 117 at the bottom, this is the adhesive sheets I use for my die cuts. And again, those go on the back side of your die cut so you can adhere it down. I also use dimensionals. They're here in the middle of the page on page 117. And then when we turn to the back for cardstock, actually we use Pebble Path, which is an ink color. We use that ink and cardstock. We're right here on page 139. And here at the bottom we have basic white cardstock and basic black cardstock. I think that's everything we use. So here's my Z fold. It's a double Z fold because you have the back, the card base is a Z, and then this banner at the bottom is a Z. So it's called a double Z fold or a Z fold card. There we go. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, whether you're watching live or on replay. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Check out my blog so you can get all the details for this card. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.